Hey guys, this is Miss Mo. This is our final exam test review. Okay. First of all, I made the review too big, and so I made the test too big. So then I figured that out, and I went back and deleted a bunch of problems so that the review and the test weren't so big. So this review is 50 questions, but I omitted and deleted a whole bunch of them. And so on your test, there will only be 33 questions. So that it'll be smaller, and you'll be able to do it. Okay, number 1. It says 2 dice are rolled. Find the probability that the score on the dice is 4. Okay, it doesn't tell you, but it's talking about the sum equals 4. Okay, so let's think about all the different ways you can add up to the number 4 from the numbers on the dice. The numbers on the dice are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the only way we can add up to a 4 is to see a 1 and a 3, a 1 on the first die, 3 on the second dice. Or a 3 and a 1, a 3 on the left dice, and a 1 on the right dice. Or what other numbers add up? 2, 2? Yeah. Okay, and I'm not going to include the reverse of 2, 2 because it looks exactly the same. Okay, so this is 3. So we're going to say 3 out of the total possible additions. And I'm just going to tell you that there's 36 total ways to add up those dice. And I would write that on your cheat sheet. Okay, so we found that there were 3 different ways to add to the number 4, and that there's 36 total ways. Okay, now we're going to reduce by 3, and you get 1 over 12. Hey, B. Okay, number 2 is kind of the same. It is the same. Okay, it says 2 dice are rolled. Find the probability that the score on the dice is either 6 or 9. Okay, well first let's start with this 6. Remember, the only numbers we have on our dice are 1 through 6. So what numbers could add up to 6? 1 and 5, or 5 and 1. What other numbers? Let's try 2. 2 and 4, and 4 and 2. What else? 3 and 3, and then if I switch that around, it looks exactly the same. And then after that, I think those are all the numbers that can add up. There is a 6, but we don't have a 0 dice, so I cannot do 6 and 0. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 36, because there's 36 total ways we can add the 2 dice up. Okay, now let's work on this 9. 9, how do we get 9s? 1 and 8? No, that's not a dice. Okay, what about 2 and 7? That adds up to a 9. That's not on our dice. What about 3 and 6? Those are totally on dice. So let's switch it, 6, 3. Alright, let's keep going. 4. 4 plus what gives you 9? 4 and 5. Or vice versa, 5 and 4. Okay, and then other than that, nothing adds to a 9. So this counts as 4 out of 36 ways to add up. Okay, now it has this word or. I would write on your cheat sheet that or means add. So let's add our 2 fractions. We're going to have 5 over 36 plus 4 over 36. That equals 9 over 36. And if you reduce it by 9, it becomes 1 over 4, or A. Okay, number 3, I omitted and deleted because it was too many problems for your test and your review. Number 4, it says a bag contains 7 red marbles, 3 blue, 1 green. What is the probability of choosing a marble that is not blue? Okay, well, if you want to write something on your cheat sheet, I would write probability is equal to the part over the whole, or the piece over the total. Okay, so let's figure out how many are not blue. Well, 7 and 1 are the not blue. So that makes 8. Okay, so our probability is going to be 8 over the whole, or the total. Okay, the total is 7 plus the 3 blue marbles that we ignored earlier, plus 1. And that makes 11. So our probability is 8 over 11. Ay. Alright, next sucker. Number 5, it says 2 marbles are drawn without replacement. That means we take a marble out and we don't put it back in. So my totals go down, because if I take a marble back in, I don't have the same total amount of marbles anymore. There's one less. Okay, it did not say without replacement on number 4, so that's why we didn't talk about it. Okay, let's see. We got 3 white, 2 green, 2 red, 1 blue. Find the probability that both marbles are white. Okay, if I were you, on your cheat sheet, I would say that both means and means, oops, multiply. Yeah. Okay, so on number 2, or meant add. Here, both means multiply. Okay, so both marbles are white. Well, how many total are there? Let's count up. I think there's 8. Okay, well, if the first marble is white, that means there's 8 total marbles, and how many whites are there? 3. Okay, now I'm going to multiply the second marble's probability. Okay, well, without replacement means I take a marble away from this 8 and I don't put it back in the bag. So it's just 7. Okay, without replacement means I take a marble from the bag, and if it was a white marble, I no longer have 3 white marbles. I have 1 less, or just 2. So because it says without replacement, these numbers go down. Okay, and then fraction rules, we multiply left to right, and we get 6 over 56, and then you can reduce by 2, and we get 3 over 20, look, I got 8. Hey, bait. Alright, let's, number 6, I omitted and deleted because it was too much for our test. Let's see, look at number 7. Number 7 says a box contains the following mixture: 4 black, 3 red, 4 yellow, and 1 green. Let's go ahead and find the total, because we're probably going to have to. That's 12. Okay, it says if 2 marbles are drawn, so we're going to have a first marble and a second marble, like that last problem. The second being drawn after the first is replaced. Okay, this means we did replace it. So we pulled a marble and then we put it back in. That means the totals don't go down, because I pulled a marble out of the bag and then I put it back into the bag. Okay, so let's see here. There's 12 total marbles, and my totals are not going to go down because I put the marble back into the bag. It was replaced. I put it back in. Okay, and it says both. Okay, well, we wrote on the last problem that both means and that means multiply. So we're going to be multiplying these things. Okay, it says both are black. Well, there's 4 blacks, and if I just happen to pull out a black and then put it back in, the totals will not go down, so I'll still have 4. Okay, let's multiply that. Fraction rules go left to right. So we get 16 over 144. Okay, I think I'm going to reduce this maybe by 4. Let's see how far I can go. 4 over 2, 6. 4 over 26. I don't think I did that right. Let me try again. Oh, 36. Hallelujah. Okay. 4 over 36. I was worried. Okay, and then that's still not low enough. Darn it. So let me reduce by 4 again. And you get 1 over 9. C. Exciting. Okay, next sucker. It says, what is the probability that the arrow will land on an odd number? Okay, let's see. How many total pieces are there? 1 to 5. Okay, how many odd numbers are there? There's a 1, a 3, and a 5. So that equals 3 numbers that are odd. Okay, probability is the part over the whole. So the part is the 3 odd numbers. The whole is the 5 pieces. And then, hey, that's D. Okay, let's look at the next one. It says a fair die is tossed. That's a dice. What are the odds in favor of the cube showing a 4? Okay, so there's 6 total options on a cube. If I'm looking for the 4, that's just one option. And then now I need to look for the formula that says odds in favor. It's gonna be on, let's see. Looking for the formula so I can write it down just like the notes showed. Oh, here it is. Okay, odds in favor. You put the wanted over the unwanted. Okay. So, odds in favor. If you were to put something on your cheat sheet, I would say it's the wanted over the unwanted. Okay, so let's see here. We want to show a 4. So that's 1. That's one option. That's one side of the cube. Okay, and then the sides of the cube that I don't want are 2, 3, 1, 5, 6. Anyway, so out of the total 6, I want one side of the cube, and the other 5 sides I don't care about. Okay, another way to write 1 over 5 is 1 colon 5. Hey. Okay, let's go ahead and take a break, and I'll go teach class.